Hi, everyone. I'm Charlene Shirk with Digital Champions, where we speak to some of the most innovative thinkers in the digital space. And joining us today from Boulder, Colorado is Elliot Freeman with Skratch Labs. Elliot, thanks so much for joining us today on Digital Champions.
Thanks for having me. This sounds like fun.
Oh, let's make it some fun. All right, start with telling
All
us
right.
what you do at Skratch Labs.
Sure. So I'm the chief marketing officer at Skratch Labs. Lead the demand generation for our company and the team that we have.
And talk to me a little bit about what you do in terms of how you market your products.
Yeah, with any food product, we really believe that consumers need to taste and experience the food. So, one of the big ways that we do marketing is by going to events, things like bike races and organized runs, and sampling Scratch there and kind of posting up at the top of the biggest hill or the toughest segment, and really trying to make an impression that way, as well as your normal suite of online digital marketing in paid media.
And let's break it down. Where do you feel your dollars are best spent when you're spending it on digital advertising?
That's a good question. I think email marketing is really big for us. So anything that we can do to improve our email marketing funnel, as well as the things that we can do to acquire email addresses from our consumer target is probably the best overall return for us.
First party
But
data. Everybody says you got to own your own data, so that's great that you lead in that direction.
yeah, we've just got a great audience that's super engaged, for a product like ours that helps people in the favorite part of their day or the favorite part of their week. It just really helps us to build a good community and a good relationship with our consumers where we can speak to them directly.
Oh, that's great. That's what one of the trends is, engaging your community, building your community. How would you describe your online community?
Well, it's a lot of folks who are really passionate about endurance athletics, right? And so they often have questions on how to best prepare for an upcoming race. They, might have some feedback for us about nutrition that's worked for them or that hasn't. So there's a lot of back and forth. We really have invested a lot in building out a great customer experience team that's there to answer questions as they come in. And some folks just want to call in and chat about their latest race or their latest training session, and we're here from them. We refer to that as athlete care, and we find that a lot of consumers really love and appreciate having that care as an option from a brand like ours.
And what challenges do you face while trying to message and target your communities?
That's a tough question as well. There's a lot of contextual things going on in the world right now, right? And so, it's always a difficult decision, today being among them, of, hey, should we continue with our messaging campaign and our, product launches when, the world or individuals are struggling with what's going on. So maybe I've got some recency bias, but that's definitely been something that's been a huge challenge over the past couple of years.
Well, it's situational awareness and being sensitive to what's going on in the environment. I know in my experience, I've pulled back some marketing messages when obviously the conversation, it was not the right time to have that conversation. That's very aware of you. We give you that kind of credit. So before we let you go, sounds like somebody's calling to talk about a recent race that they ran. So we don't want you to miss that call, but give us your one tip that you would give in terms of digital marketing.
Digital marketing. Well, I'd say getting together with other brand partners and finding ways to share audiences has been huge for us, especially in the outdoor industry or the cycling world. Consumers love it when it looks like cool brands are friends with each other. So, I reach out to other marketing leaders in my industry and I say, hey, let's be friends and let's figure out ways to collaborate so that we can share our audiences. And that's been a huge boon to us for acquisition.
Strategic partnerships. Elliot, thank you so much for taking the time to share your insight with us today on Digital Champions.
Great. Nice to meet you, Charlene.
Oh, pleasure meeting you as well. And if you'd like to learn more about what they're doing over there at Skratch Labs, maybe be part of their community, start by checking them out on dailyadbrief.com. I'm Charlene Shirk. That's going to do it for this episode of Digital Champions, and we look forward to learning something new with you next time.